I'm Hande the dietitian, and welcome to Healthy Made Simple, where I show you how to make healthy eating simple. In this video, I will be sharing a quick and healthy spaghetti dinner. Now with this, I'm going to be doing whole wheat spaghetti for some extra fiber, ground turkey for that lean protein, and lots of vegetables in there to create that balanced plate that we're going for, with about half of our plate to be vegetables, a quarter protein, and a quarter carbs. So there's going to be a lot of vegetables in this pasta dish. If you like vegetables, you'd probably like this one. And if you're not too big on vegetables, but you're trying to get more vegetables into your diet, what you could do is just cook the vegetables as I will, and then blend it up with the pasta sauce so you have a nice smooth sauce, but you still have the veggies in there. If you're interested, stay tuned for this quick and healthy spaghetti dinner that makes enough for some extra leftovers for the next day as well. Alrighty, let's go.
Alrighty, here is a preview of what I will be making. This is the pasta with ground turkey, veggies, topped off with some cheese to create a really nice, healthy, balanced meal. So I'll be walking you through how I made this delicious dish. We're gonna get started by just boiling some water for our pasta. And once that's going on the side, I'm gonna put some olive oil in my hot pot, and I'm just using the extra virgin olive oil from Trader Joe's, which is what I typically use at home. And then to start flavoring, of course, my mix, I'm going to start with some diced onions. And these are the pre-diced onions from Trader Joe's that I love using to make meal prepping a little bit easier for myself anytime I'm stopping by Trader Joe's. And I'm going to cook that down a little bit just to help soften it up. And then I'm going to go in with my crushed garlic, and I use these frozen crushed garlic cubes. I'm going to throw in about 4 cubes in there, and I get these from Trader Joe's as well in their frozen aisle. And once that has cooked into my onions, I'm going to add in my ground turkey. And the coloring on my turkey is a little off because of how rapidly I brought it to temperature from frozen, but don't mind about it, it'll cook okay. All right, let's season. Salt first, of course, and I do like to season as I go along to really help build in flavor along the way. Black pepper is what goes in next, and the seasonings that you're going to see are the same seasonings that I'm going to be carrying throughout, and they're very simple ones that most people have at home, like garlic powder. And I don't typically measure my seasonings, I just season with my heart. And Italian seasoning, of course, since we're making a pasta dish, I do want to add those Italian flavors in there. And then I'm going to go in with these chopped onions. And then this is a big container that I get from Costco, and it does add a nice little flavor to any sort of a cooking dish. Alrighty, I'm going to mix all of that in there with my ground turkey. And while I'm working on that, my pasta water started boiling, so I'm going to add in my pasta to that. And I'm going to use this organic whole wheat spaghetti from Trader Joe's. You can use any type of spaghetti or pasta for this. I always just prefer whole wheat because it tastes very similar to regular white pasta, but it does add more fiber to the dish. And I'm going to go for about half of that pack that I'm going to be using for this entire dish. And I do break my pasta up because I have a 4-year-old who does not like the really, really long noodles. All right, I'm going to cook down my turkey until it comes to about this consistency where it's really broken down. And then I will remove that from the heat. And in the meantime, I'm going to start prepping my veggies. I'm going to go in with that zucchini squash that you just saw and these bell peppers. So 3 bell peppers and 3 zucchini squash is what's going to go in as my veggies to this dish. And I'm just going to dice those up into small pieces. And I'm going to do my zucchini first, and then I'll do my bell peppers next. I'm just going to remove the outer layer of the bell peppers, take out the membranes in the middle, give them a nice wash, and then chop them up into small pieces until I get my nice big bowl of veggies that are going to go into my dish. There we go. Lots of veggies going into the spaghetti. All right, so my ground turkey has been cooked. That's off in the side in a bowl. Now I'm going to add in more olive oil so I can cook up my veggies next, and I'm going to throw in all those veggies that I just chopped up, all that zucchini and bell pepper. And I do like the color, so I'm going to go in with the seasoning at the same time, the same seasonings that I just did earlier. Salt first, and then it's going to be pepper. And with my veggies, I'm always trying to go for that rainbow, a variety of colors to hit a variety of nutrients. garlic powder as I did earlier with the ground turkey. And then after the garlic powder, I'm going to add in the Italian seasoning as I did last time, just to help build in those flavors in there without having to use too much salt. And then those chopped onions as well. And I'm going to add all of that in, give that a good mix, and cook up the veggies a little bit just until they're softened. I don't want to overcook them too much and lose too much nutrient value, but I do want them to soften up a little bit. Until right around there. You see how they're a little bit more softened up compared to before? So right around when you get there, it could be maybe like 5 to 10 minutes of cook time until you get to this point. Then you're going to add in your ground turkey. I'm going to slowly add in the cooked ground turkey into that mixed so that I can mix it all together, add in my sauce, and cook it down. All right, I'm going to mix in my ground turkey along with my veggies in there, and then next I'm going to add in my jarred pasta sauce, and I'm going to use this tomato basil marinara one from Trader Joe's. If I'm buying from Trader Joe's, this is the one I typically go for because it's lower in sodium and lower in sugar compared to the other options that they have. If I'm not going to Trader Joe's, my go-to typically tends to be Rao's. All right, I'm going to mix in my pasta sauce in there along with everything, and I'm going to cook that down together for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes or so, just to make sure that sauce blends in together with the veggies, with the ground turkey, and it's all nicely flavored. All right, I'll put my lid on there and cook that down until it gets to right around there. And you can absolutely gauge this based on how you like it, but this is kind of right around when I would say, okay, this has been cooked down enough where my veggies have softened, but they're not so soft that they're mushy. And that it looks like my ground turkey has absorbed some of that sauce to become a little bit more flavorful, since turkey can be a little bit on the dry side. All right, in the meantime, my pasta did cook on the side, so I'm just going to add in my spaghetti and mix it all around. And with the filming time of everything, my pasta did end up overcooking a little bit. I typically do make my pasta on the softer side just because my toddler prefers it a little bit softer, but it did overcook a little bit. But it still tasted really good, and here is the final product. Once all that pasta has been added in, those are my veggies, my ground turkey, and pasta, all mixed around and cooked together, and there's a nice balance to this. You can see how much you have in terms of the veggies and the ground turkey that are in there compared to the spaghetti in there as well. If you wanted to make this even lower carb, you can absolutely do less of the spaghetti. You can do maybe a third of the packet instead of a half of the packet. I just think this creates a nice balance. It's probably not a quarter carbs. I would say maybe this is like a third to close to half of your plate carbs, but it's still a really nice balance considering how many veggies are in there and that there's a decent amount of protein with the ground turkey. Now, to make this extra flavorful, I always like to add a little bit of cheese on top, and it adds a nice little creaminess just because I'm not adding any other sort of creaminess in there with anything else. So it adds a nice flavor and creaminess, and once you mix that around, especially when it's nice and hot and the cheese just kind of melts in there, it all melts together beautifully. And there it is. There's a nice, simple, easy, healthy spaghetti dish for a quick dinner on any night.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped give you an idea of how you can take something as simple as a spaghetti dish and make it into a healthy, balanced meal. And if you haven't already done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for my future videos where I will be sharing more of how you can make healthy eating and healthy living simple for you. Thanks again for staying tuned, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.